Okay, a few folks are filtering in now. I want to welcome you to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to learn about these different institutions and times that are difficult to particularly go to in person. So this is a great opportunity for you to be able to ask questions, to learn about these institutions, and to see if they are a good fit potentially for you. If you would like to ask any of these institutions a question during this 45-minute session, you can click the Q&A button. It's either at the top or the bottom of your screen. That is really important because our panelists cannot see or hear you. So the only way that you can get an answer during this 45-minute session is by using that Q&A button. So take advantage of that if you do have any questions for one or all of the institutions. There are more sessions available in the future, so please sign up the same place that you signed up for this one. A recording of this, including the audio, the video, everything in the chat, and the Q&A will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. I'll put all of this in the chat as well. But with that, we will get started and kick it off with College of Wooster.
There it is. Took me a second to pop up on screen. Thank you for that. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Ben Bentley. I am an Assistant Director of Admissions here at the College of Worcester. I'm really excited to chat with you all this evening, so I'm gonna get started. Really I kind of want you to take away three main characteristics from my brief talk here. First is that Worcester is America's premier college for mentored undergraduate research. Second is that our entire campus community benefits from our diverse student body that embraces our differences while supporting each other. And lastly is that we are fortunate to have a larger community surrounding the college that supports our student life and their service learning and career explorations. So first off, Worcester is a small private liberal arts college. We have just about 2,000 students, and we're really intentional about that size. We believe that it is the ideal size to provide the type of residential and academic environment that best prepares students for life after graduation. With our average class size of 18 and a small student to faculty ratio, we're really committed to providing access to our professors. Their number one priority at Worcester is offering that high touch mentoring and excellent teaching. Classes are very interactive and discussion based. You really won't see a lot of large lecture style courses here. So what makes Worcester a special place and what makes every Worcester student, not just those in certain majors or honors programs, but every student really special Worcester's, every student will complete at least one major research project prior to graduation. In fact, it's required of all of our students. They do this during their senior year, and what we refer to it as is independent study, or IS for short. Now with that, we don't just throw you into the deep end, it is very much prepared, and it is a cool piece of research for those students. Just wanted to share a couple quick examples from last year's graduating class. As you see, Worcester research takes many forms. It's not just, experimental, but it's also creative, analytical as well. With that, our campus is just over 240 acres. Now, taking out our golf course and also the athletic fields, we are just over 100 acres, so campus is very walkable around it. And one nice bonus is that we do have all 4 seasons here on campus. Our student body is made up of 36% from Ohio, and 17% of our student body is international, making us Ohio's most international campus, and we're 19th among all private liberal arts colleges in the US. One of the things that makes Worcester even more special is that you have students from all over the world who really embrace each other's differences while also having an incredible sense of community and pride that you don't see at a lot of schools that are our size. There's also a lot to do on campus with over 130 student-run organizations, everything from faith-based organizations to Greek life and civic engagement. A third of our students are involved in musical ensembles, a third are also in varsity athletics, and a fourth participate in theater and dance. So we have a very lively campus with a lot going on in all of those respects. Outside of campus, we're very proud of our city of 30,000, the city of Worcester. We are an hour south of Cleveland and about 40 minutes from Akron and Canton, with an hour and a half north of Columbus. Students are really able to take advantage of the commercial district of the north end of town, while also enjoying individually owned coffee shops and boutique stores in downtown Worcester. As I mentioned earlier, it's a great opportunity for students to get involved in the community with experiential learning. You can see this picture of one of our health coaches, which is partnered with a local community hospital, giving patients increased care while providing viable hands-on experience for students interested in the medical field. Along with service learning, the Wooster Volunteer Network is our biggest student organization on campus. You can see students helping plant trees at a local park. That was a lot. So that is a very, very brief, quick overview of Wooster, America's premier college for mentored undergraduate research, global thriving community with just about 2,000 and a beautiful campus as well. Now I will turn it over to Juniata.
Juniata is next. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Let me hit the present. So I am Molly Thompson and I am presenting with Juniata College. We are a small private liberal arts school located in Huntington, Pennsylvania, which is located in the center of the state of Pennsylvania. And this is an aerial view of our campus. I think it's helpful to kind of help set the scene. Also, my dog is going crazy because he just got back from a run and it was raining out, so please ignore that. But what I love about our location is that you can see we have a lake near us. We have a ton of hiking and biking trails. So if you're an outdoorsy person, this is a great place for you. Our student to faculty ratio is 13:1, average class size 17 to 19 students. Like Worcester, we're a small school, so we have just about 1,600 students on our campus, and our students come from 30 countries and 32 states. And I also want to mention that we have been in person for the entire year, so we're really proud to be able to say that. Maybe the biggest thing that separates Juniata and makes us unique from other institutions is that we do not have majors and minors on our campus. Instead, we have the program of emphasis. And the program of emphasis is an academic model that allows for students to have a lot of agency and a lot of choice in what their academic plan looks like. So if you come to Juniata and you know for sure that biology is your thing, you still have choice in what kinds of biology classes. Are you interested in human biology? Are you interested in botany? You're going to work with your 2 academic advisors to determine the academic plan that's best for you. If you like a lot of things, you can build your own academic program. And if you see the small circles, things like community organization and advocacy, environmental public health, dynamics of competitive organizations, contemporary law enforcement, those are programs that students have created with the help of their 2 academic advisors. And 1/3 of our students will choose to create their own program. So the takeaway here is if you are a student that likes a lot of things, if you're a student that wants some say and some agency in what your courses look like, Juniata could be a great fit for you. 91% of our students are engaged in at least one high impact practice before they graduate. And these run from undergraduate mentored research, which can begin your very first semester on campus. 80% of our students will do at least one internship before they graduate. 55% of our students will study abroad at least once. And we have 59 programs in 24 countries across 6 continents. You can probably guess what continent we do not have a study abroad program on. Also, about 70% of our students are engaged in community engaged learning. So that means that they're taking what they're learning in the classroom and putting it in play in our community every single day. And then for our students interested in education, they will have a student teaching experience every single semester that they're on campus, starting their very first semester on campus. Our number one goal when we read applications is to admit graduates. And that means that even before you've been admitted to Juniata, we're thinking about how to support you through your 4 years with us, and even thinking about what happens after graduation. In a typical year, 30 to 35% of Juniata students go directly to graduate or professional schools after graduation, and an additional 50 to 60% indicate that they plan to do so in the next 5 years. 96% of our students graduate in 4 years. 96% are also employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. We have an 85% acceptance rate into pre-medical and health professions schools. That includes obviously medical schools, but also physician's assistant schools, occupational therapy, physical therapy. And we have 100% acceptance rate into law school. Additionally, our students are really successful in getting national and international fellowship success, including on average 2 to 3 Fulbright scholars every year, Goldwater Fellows, Newman Civic Fellows, and Gilman Scholars. The best way to describe Juniata is traditionally non-traditional. We are looking for individual students who are going to make up our entire student body. Here you'll be a part of a community that dates back to 1876, and a lot of our traditions do as well. If I could give you some homework tonight, it's to go to the Juniata YouTube page and look up Storming of the Arch or Mountain Day to see what our traditions are all about. And lastly, some kind of next steps for you. At Juniata, our goal as admissions counselors is to partner with our students and their families through the application and financial aid process. We review applications holistically, which means that we consider your high school transcript, your application essay, your recommendation letters, school and community involvement, and test scores should you choose to send them. Juniata is proud to have been test optional since 1998, and we are happy to review your application with or without those test scores. If you choose to apply without your test scores, you do not need to send in materials in lieu of those test scores, and it does not impact your scholarship opportunities. We are, you can apply to Juniata through either the coalition or the common application, and you'll see that we have early decision, early action, and regular decision deadlines. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have in the chat. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Cairn University.
Yes. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's not good morning anymore. I'm gonna get my laptop all squared away here. 1 second. All right. So my name is Ryan Fox. I'm actually filling in for my colleague, Martha Holland. She is the Pennsylvania admissions counselor for Cairn University. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Love to be able to answer any questions. Martha and I are great friends, so I'll definitely be a resource for her as well. Moving forward, the first thing about Cairn that we really feel is important for you to understand is our mission statement. Our mission statement simply is that we exist to educate students to serve Christ in the church, society, and the world as biblically minded, well-educated, and professionally competent men and women of character. We are a private Christian university. We're located right outside of Philadelphia. I'll get into the location a little bit more specifically soon. But it is really important. We feel that as you are making your decision that to understand what a college mission statement says and to understand the DNA of the college is important. So we really want you to understand that as you are with us on campus, you're not just blindly following along a path, but we really hope that through your attending our school that you're going to be able to grow in your knowledge and in your ability to serve and an ability to lead. I feel like those are the most emphasized pieces of our education experience. As I mentioned, our location, we're right outside of Philadelphia. We're in the Langhorne area. So, if you like Philly cheesesteaks, this is the place for you. Also, we have lots of history in our area. Our campus features 115 acres of trees, a nice pond, hills, fields, and it's located within 20 minutes of 3 state parks. It's also relatively close to major cities such as New York and Washington, D.C. Our students find themselves, at a really great location, being so close to the Pocono Mountains, upstate New York. We also have access to New York City, which is an hour and a half from us, Washington, D.C. So the area is rich with history, and it's really unique in the fact that you are right outside of the city of Philadelphia. So access to the city is really easy. We have Metro that literally is right in front of our campus, so you can get in on a train. Transportation typically is easy, and as well as opens up opportunities for many different types of internships, which are integrated into mainly every major that we offer. And it gives you the opportunity and the ability to network in the city and around the area. Our students are highly sought after. We do have a 96% job placement rating after graduation within 1 year. So that's pretty something that we're pretty proud of. There are resources on campus for your development and for your growth. We have a student resource center that specializes in resume building, help you, review papers or learn different writing styles. Most of our papers are MLA, but different schools offer or require different types of writing. So APA is also something you might not be familiar with, that we have writing resources and tutors available for you. We also have mentors, so that turns into positions and opportunities to work on campus that you could be connected with if that was, an opportunity that you were looking for. To break down numbers, I think numbers are important when you're looking at a school. So Cairn, our numbers are straightforward. We have over 70 academic programs. Those are represented in a variety of different fields and professions. Some of our biggest majors that we have would be education, it would be ministry, and it would also be social work and counseling. We have a variety of undergraduate options and graduate options for you to choose from. With over 1,500 students on campus, that's including our on-campus residents as well as our commuters. It's a small school with a mid-size range. So we have 11-to-1 faculty and student ratio, which I really find valuable in my experience with the school is that our students know their professors and the professors know the students. So there's a great opportunity for networking and for mentorship to naturally happen. We do have discussion-based classes and lectures are very uncommon. Our most classes and most professors prefer discussion-based model. As I mentioned, that 96% students, 96% of our graduated students have a job within their first year of graduation. Our male to female ratio is 43 to 57%, and we have over 37 countries represented on our campus. And that is just a beautiful part about our diversity, and goes into a little bit more about our DNA as we speak. The application process, it's pretty straightforward, but we do have, a process that you need to be aware of, just like with any school. Applications and essays are the first step. So, you're interested in the school, you fill out the essay or the application online, and then we also have a common app that we accept as well. After that piece is in, we'll ask for high school transcripts. We are test optional as well. So will be test optional all the way through 2022. And then that kind of, if you do have test scores that you have available, you could submit those. Next steps, just to, give you some action or some guidance here. We do, you can always inquire about our school, our programs, and those things. Our website is a great resource. It has a ton of information available from programs that you can look at, of like a dual level programs, such as our education program, where you're actually able to complete your bachelor's and master's within 5 years. There's other programs like that are available. You can always contact or reach out to the admissions team at Cairn University. We're always there in the office to help, answer your questions, to encourage you to visit. There's tons of options available for you to visit with us, and then always apply online. And if you have any questions, again, our resources is on our slide at cairn.edu. And then this last slide, this is Martha. She is the admissions counselor over Pennsylvania. So if you have any questions, her contact will be shared later on today. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have East Carolina University.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. My name is Emily Schultz, and I am one of our regional representatives for East Carolina University. I am based in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'll just talk to you a little bit tonight about ECU and what we have to offer. So East Carolina University is located in Greenville, North Carolina. It is a city of about 90,000 residents. We are about 90 minutes away from the capital of Raleigh and about 90 minutes away from the coast. So really nicely situated in Eastern North Carolina. And Greenville is really the hub of what's going on in Eastern North Carolina and would not really exist without ECU. So I'll talk a little bit about us in an overview. We have over 28,000 students total with a 19-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We do try to keep our class sizes small when we can. Our average class size is about 28 students. Obviously, we are a larger university, so some of your freshman year classes may be a little bit bigger than that. But for the most part, you can have classes in your major that are much smaller. We currently have over 11,000 students enrolled in either the STEM, so the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field, or healthcare. We are really known for our healthcare programs. So we have 84 bachelor's degrees. These include our top programs in nursing, business, education, and health sciences. So ECU has the largest college of allied health sciences in the state of North Carolina, as well as the largest college of business. And we are really known for our nursing and education programs, but have a lot more programs than that. In total, we have over 400 degrees and concentrations that you can choose from. And that's just one of the things that makes ECU unique. We bring in students from all over the state of North Carolina, as well as 47 states, plus DC, and over 99 countries. So a very diverse student population at East Carolina University. Some of the things that we like to highlight at ECU is the student experience. So about 20% of our undergraduate students participate in some sort of hands-on research. Now this can be in the more traditional sciences like biology and chemistry, or it could be something more like the social sciences or business. But we really do encourage that student and faculty research. We also have over 200 study abroad programs in over 50 countries. One that I like to highlight is ECU Tuscany. That is a year-round program in Tuscany, Italy, where all of your classes are taught by ECU professors. You're just in Italy. But if you don't want to go away for a whole year, we also have fall, spring, and summer study abroad programs that you can take with your major or just as general elective courses. In addition, we have over 500 student organizations. This includes everything from Greek life to campus ministries to pre-professional organizations. We are also the only school in North Carolina with a College of Medicine, a dental school, and a College of Engineering. So a wide variety of opportunities when you're at ECU. We also have 18 NCAA Division I sports. We are in the American Athletic Conference, and baseball season is in full swing, and we're pretty proud of our baseball team right now. We also have club and intramural sports that you can participate in too. At ECU, all of our incoming freshmen are required to live on campus, and we have 15 residence halls for you to choose from and over 31 dining locations that include, we have Panda Express, Subway, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, and of course, Starbucks, which is everyone's favorite. One of the other awesome opportunities that I like to highlight is our Honors College. And the minimum requirements is either a 3.5 unweighted GPA or a 4.0 weighted. Test scores were waived for this past fall and will be waived for our Honors College applicants this upcoming year. So all you need to have is one of those GPAs. What's really awesome is with our Honors College, every student that is in it receives some sort of financial aid or scholarship specific through the honors program. They have priority class registration. They have their own internship opportunities, class opportunities, and research opportunities. So it's a really great way to get some scholarship money and be a part of something really unique at ECU. You must apply to ECU by October 15th if you're interested in the Honors College. and your honors college application is due by November 15th. So I'll talk a little bit about the application process now. ECU makes decisions on a rolling basis. So typically whenever you submit your application to us, we usually make a decision in about 2 to 4 weeks. Our application will open up on August 1st. Like I mentioned, the honors college application is due November 15th. Our scholarship deadline is January 15th, and you must be an admitted student to apply for our scholarships, and our application closes usually around April 1st. You can apply on our website or on Common App. That's totally up to you on how you want to apply. But to have a completed application, you'll need to submit the online application itself, including an essay, the application fee or fee waiver. Your high school transcripts are very important because we need that to look at your GPA, and your college transcript if you're dually enrolled. Unfortunately, we're not entirely sure if we're going to require SAT or ACT scores for this upcoming year. That's up to the system office in the state to decide. So we're still waiting on that in terms of test score requirements. But if you have any questions about that, just let me know. I know I covered everything super quickly, but hopefully you got some valuable information about East Carolina University. I definitely encourage you to stay connected with me. You can follow us on social media or contact us via email, phone, or go to our website, and I will put my contact information in the chat as well. So thank you all.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Capital Technology University.
Oops. All right, let me fix my screen. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Hello, my name is Malia Pauls. I am an admissions recruiter at Capital Technology University and also the counselor assigned to the state of Pennsylvania. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. So, Capital Technology University is the only private university in the state of Maryland dedicated to engineering, cybersecurity, computer science, and tech management. We are located in Laurel, Maryland, which is smack dab in the middle between two major cities, Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. Each of these little pincushions, both in around the Washington, D.C. area and also the Baltimore area, represents an entity of some sort, government entity, corporate entity, that either our students will work at full-time or at an internship, or just the general population of the STEM industry in our area. This is a list of our programs, our most popular being cybersecurity, which has also been ranked the #1 cybersecurity program in the nation. Also, our computer science program is pretty popular, software and computer engineering, as well as our brand new program that we just rolled out actually last week, our esports management program. So if anybody is interested in learning about the management side of esports, if you want to manage the teams that go to big competitions around the world and play Fortnite, League of Legends, all those things, then you can come to Capital. And we are also the only school in the state of Maryland that has esports management. These are our admissions requirements for engineering students, so software engineering, computer engineering, any program that ends in engineering, basically. We have a preferred weighted GPA of a 3.0, 4th year in math and 3rd year in science. Non-engineering students, you have a preferred minimum weighted GPA of 2.5, 3 years of math, 2 years of science, 2 years of a social science. And for fall of 2021, we have waived the SAT and ACT requirements. These are a list of our scholarships that we offer. We do offer merit scholarships for first-time freshmen, and that is based on your GPA. Again, SAT and ACT requirements are waived, and that merit scholarship for first-time freshmen will reward you up to $12,000 per year. We also offer a robotics scholarship, cyber competitor scholarship, ACE mentor program scholarship, TARC scholarships, Future King STEM scholarships, and first responder scholarships, all for $5,000. And the first responder scholarship is for students who are students of current and active duty first responders, and also dependents of first responders who were killed in the line of duty. All right, Capital Technology University has a 16-to-1 student-teacher ratio. 60% of students represent a minority population of some sort. 80% of students receive some form of financial aid. 82% of students had a job offer within 90 days of commencement. We'll talk about that again in a second. And 54% of students represent traditionally underserved populations. This is just a short list of the internship opportunities that we have here at Capital. Our Career Services Department is dedicated to making sure that our students are aware of what agencies are going to be offering internships and also full-time positions if they are available. Some of our more popular partnerships are with NASA, the Department of Defense, and also Booz Allen Hamilton. So we have something called the Capital Commitment, and this is a guarantee that you will get a job within 90 days of graduation if you graduate from Capital in your field of study at a competitive salary. What is the competitive salary, you may ask? It's between $60,000 and $70,000 per year. That's just the starting rate. It could be less, it could be more. More than likely, it's going to be around that range. One thing I didn't mention, if for whatever reason you don't get a job within 90 days, we will be able to give you 36 additional credits towards your degree while you are looking for your career. All right, quickly moving on to our residence halls. Our residence halls are apartment style, fully furnished, full kitchen, and each room is equipped and wired with wireless internet and cable TV. And you are allowed to bring a microwave on campus, by the way. Some schools do not allow you to bring your own microwaves, but if we can trust you guys with robots, we can trust you with a microwave. So you can feel free to bring one if you'd like. We do offer parking, free parking, completely available for students. Freshmen, you do not have to live on campus if you do not want to. That's completely up to you. Here's some additional information. We do offer campus visits during the week, also virtual info sessions, webinars. If you need to contact your admissions counselor, which would be me if you are in Pennsylvania, then I will actually put that in the chat in just a bit. And if you would like to reach me directly, one, you could also email admissions@captechu.edu, or you can email me directly at mapauls@captechu.edu. And also my work cell and my phone are all there. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we have University of Pittsburgh.
Okay, hello everybody, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited to tell you about the University of Pittsburgh. So I wish I had more than 6 minutes in order to tell you about Pitt, because there is really a lot that I can say about the University of Pittsburgh, but what I'm going to do is give you just a brief introduction, and then I'm going to hit and highlight the top 5 things that I like to share with students whenever I have just a very brief time to tell them about the University of Pittsburgh and potentially get them interested in learning more. So for your brief introduction, we are talking about the Pittsburgh campus at the University of Pittsburgh. It is an urban campus located in the city. We call ourselves a medium-large size institution. So we have about 19,000 total undergraduate students, and we balance that really well by maintaining a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which allows students to have sort of the best of both worlds, where they're at a university that has the resources and a lot of the experiences and options of a larger university, like 600 plus student clubs and organizations, Division I athletic teams, but at the same time enjoying the benefits of that sort of smaller campus feel with smaller, more manageable class sizes, more personalized advising opportunities and things like that. There are over 100 majors, minors, and certificates in all different sorts of areas. So definitely take a look at what you're thinking about studying and see what sort of version of it we offer at the University of Pittsburgh. Those 100 plus majors are housed across 10 different academic schools and colleges, 5 of which you can begin immediately as incoming freshmen. So take a look at those as well when you're filling out your application if you decide to. Okay, so there's my little introduction. The next thing, if I can get my slide to change, there we go. So we're going to start my top 5 things to hit and highlight for the University of Pittsburgh. The first one being reputation and rankings. And my slideshow is being so slow. So reputation and rankings. Pitt is a very reputable university. It is ranked the #1 public university in the Northeast as rated by the Wall Street Journal and Times Higher Education, the #19 public college or university as per US News and World Report. We're among the top 10 universities for solving the pandemic this year, which is pretty exciting actually. And some of the other rankings that we've received, we're a top 10 military friendly school, we're a green college, we're a college that pays you back, and so many other ways that the University of Pittsburgh has been recognized for academic excellence or even just the quality of student life on campus. So definitely something worth looking into a little bit further. The second thing that I want to highlight about the University of Pittsburgh is the city that we're living in. We are an urban campus, as I said, in the city of Pittsburgh, which is rated a most livable city. Pittsburgh is the #3 most livable city as rated by The Economist. The only 2 cities that are ahead of us are Honolulu, Hawaii, which is not even fair, and Atlanta, Georgia. So the University of Pittsburgh is housed in this amazing, robust, dynamic city, and the university does a really great job in helping to connect students with all of the different opportunities that the city provides to them. So it makes for a really fun and dynamic college experience. Number 3 of my top 5 things to hit and highlight is research as early as your first year. If research is something you are even considering, Pitt has a ton of it. We're a research institution, a member of the AAU, which puts us, as a top performer in research. So all of our departments are engaged in research all the time. If you are interested in doing lab research, like with the bio department, the chem department, there's opportunities there. But if you're thinking about researching something in history or linguistics or religious studies, whatever it happens to be, there are research opportunities available. And we actually have an entire office dedicated to helping students coordinate their first experience in research. Number 4 is our really excellent internship prep program. So this prep program is housed within our career office, our career advising center. And it's a really robust series of workshops and individual appointments that will help students to craft their resumes and receive feedback on them. Learn the best way to craft a cover letter for a job application or an internship application. Even things like how to maintain and what to do with a LinkedIn profile are all things that the Career Center goes over with students to really make them competitive candidates when searching for an internship as an undergraduate student. And our placement in the city of Pittsburgh means that no matter what field you're interested in, if it's healthcare, if it's business, if it's political science, if it's filmmaking, anything like that, there are opportunities present because we're in the city where all of those fields are represented. My number 5 things to hit and highlight for students interested in Pitt is our guaranteed admissions programs, which basically mean that as you're applying into Pitt as an incoming first-year student, you have the ability to put on your application that you want to be considered for a graduate level program, which is pretty cool. So you can see the list of them here. I think there's 18 of them, I'm not sure. That you may be interested in. And all you need to do is put on your application that you want to be considered for a guaranteed admissions program in one of these subjects, and we'll review you for those requirements. And if you get it, there's going to be a seat saved for you in this graduate level program for once you've completed your undergraduate work. Again, each one of them is different, but it's a really unique opportunity for students coming into Pitt who may be considering graduate school as well as undergraduate school at Pitt. Finally, if you're interested in applying, our application is housed on the Common application, the Coalition application, and on our own website. There's an application fee, or you can receive a fee waiver by attending one of our special programs or any sort of outreach to our office demonstrating some sort of need. We do need an academic record. Students can self-report their high school transcript or have their high school submit their transcript to us. Acceptable test scores, meaning SAT and or ACT scores, or all of our programs are going to remain test optional for this coming application cycle. So the only thing I caution is to be certain of your choice, because once we have reviewed your application, either with a score or without a score, that choice will not be able to be changed. And then finally, we ask students to fill out and submit a personal statement along with their application to tell us something that we can't immediately see on your transcript, in your test scores, whatever else it is that we have for you, just to give us a better sense of who you are and what you can really bring to the University of Pittsburgh community. If you have any questions, you can reach the Office of Admissions, your direct admissions counselor, by emailing pitt.admissions@pitt.edu. And if you're interested in learning more, you can attend one of our virtual presentations or a walking campus tour by going to admissions.pitt.edu and looking for our visit options. And thank you so much for listening to me today.
All right, thank you. Actually, if we could have everyone come on camera, we're going to do a little round table here. And the question that is going to be posed in the same order that you presented is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process, starting with College of Wooster?
I think the biggest advice that I have to give to students going through the college search process is try to have some fun with it. I know it's a huge, stressful decision that you have to make, and but it's also something that you can have a lot of fun with. So, when you're actually out touring schools, if you're able to, go visit a campus, definitely try to enjoy it a little bit. Grab some local food to go, things like that. But again, yeah, just have a little bit of fun with it, even though it's a stressful decision. Smile throughout.
My piece of advice is, especially for the juniors and sophomores on the call, it can be a great idea to follow colleges on social media, and maybe not the institutional page, but find the student government page of colleges that you're interested in to get an idea of what life looks like on a daily basis and through the lens of students that are kind of more interested in the kinds of things that you're interested in.
Yeah, I would love to just encourage, find out what visit opportunities are available to you. It's never too early to start that process. I know that our university, as soon as you are in high school, you can start touring and visiting. So whether that's, I know that the pandemic has created a little bit of a different approach to that. And so definitely check with the university that you're, most interested in. But virtual tours are very common now. I know that we have had a great success with those, but also in-person tours. We have people on campus as well. So, always check and make sure, but it's definitely a great idea, and to start as soon as possible. And as soon as you're ready for that process to begin, it really goes to you and you have the control of that.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Ryan said. Go visit any school that you possibly can. Step foot on campus, eat the food if you can, because it's really going to be the only way that you know if it's a good fit for you. You want to see other students. You want to see if they look like you, if you'll fit in. I think it's a really good way to know if a college is a good place for you. So if you can, try to visit a school, whether that's virtually or in person, at least, before attending, hopefully earlier than that.
My advice that I give students on a regular basis is to do your research. There are a lot of different colleges to choose from, and there's always going to be one college that works best for you. So follow your gut, follow your heart, choose whatever school you feel like you want to choose. And there's a lot of different program options out there too, ranging from art to STEM to everything in between. So there's a lot of different options, so don't feel like you have to be stuck with one option. That's it.
Definitely. I have to agree with everybody. I think visiting is one of the most important parts of the college search process, and definitely following your gut, making sure that as you're looking at schools, you're not just thinking, do I want this particular school, but what do I like and what do I dislike, and how can I use that information to narrow down what it is I'm really looking for? It's going to be a big part of your college search process. And the final thing I will just say is make sure to give yourself some breaks, schedule some time to not think about it, give yourself a break. And then when you come back, you can sort of have a renewed focus on the subject.
All right, great advice. Thank you so much to our experts. And the one thing I love to echo is to reach out to these folks because they are the experts and their goal is to help find the right place for you. So thank you again to our panelists. Thanks to all the folks that were able to watch us live and to anyone watching us now. When you leave this, there is a quick 4-question survey that will appear. You can sign up for more sessions in the future, the same place you signed up for this one. And a recording of the video, the chat, will be at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. With that, good luck to everyone out there and have a good evening.